restaurants, it would still be a good idea to track injuries. And I would say to even go above and beyond that and track near misses. You know, maybe something could have happened, or I almost slipped there, I almost got hit by that. Doing something as simple as a thorough walkthrough of the workplace. Get the employees involved. They're the ones on the front line. Say, okay, where are the hazards here? Identifying trip, slip, and fall hazards can be relatively simple at times. Maybe there's power cords going across the floor that someone can slip on or something like that. Once you do find out what the hazards are, you will want to implement some sort of control. Which is what NIOSH calls a hierarchy of controls. Okay, so the idea of this is that when you start at the top, these are the most effective and protective controls. And as you work your way down, they may not be as effective. But looking at elimination, so maybe there's a behavior that can just be taken out of the mix altogether. Substitution, maybe another behavior or process can be implemented to reduce hazards. Engineering controls, putting physical barriers up in between the worker and the hazard. Administrative controls such as rules or even prompts for safety signs indicating what the proper behavior is. Personal protective equipment is the lowest level of the hierarchy of controls. You know, getting people to wear safety equipment. So in the example, it said that there's a lot of slips, trips, and falls. People falling downstairs. I was thinking that maybe in this case, being a bar, maybe employees have to go downstairs frequently to bring up kegs of beer. So in terms of elimination, can you store your kegs of beer somewhere else so that the employees don't have to go downstairs? In terms of engineering controls, do you have a handrail there or grip tape on the steps? Administrative controls, maybe signs indicating that you should use a handrail. If people are bringing kegs up the stairs, make a rule that 2 employees have to be involved in that, so it's not just one individual carrying the heavy load. In terms of personal protective equipment, in this example, I would say maybe requiring that employees wear slip-resistant shoes.
All right, thank you. Now you might be thinking, well, okay, great, I want to do some evaluations in my workplace, maybe on a frequent basis. Where do I start? Through the ORA Safety and Health section of the website, we've already put together some forums you can use to do that, where we've already kind of put together a template of hazards that are common in the restaurant industry and what you might want to look for. So the resources to do a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about today through the Ohio Restaurant Association, we put together a lot of those already. Documents for tracking training, documents for recording inspections, written policies, training materials. It's all included in the member benefits. So you might want to look into that if you're thinking, wow, this sounds like a good idea, but where do I start? Where are the resources to really get it done? All right, with that, we're going to bring up Mr. Ron Lukey from CareWorks. Talk a little bit more about this drug issue, maybe from a different perspective.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, a lot of times we think about drugs in the workplace as being illegal drugs. What we see in the workers' comp system is legal drugs, prescription medications that make up roughly around 19% of the total medical costs in claim. I talked with our nurse case manager who oversees the pharmacy piece that we try to manage on our end, and she said, yeah,